Hello everybody, welcome back to Dominions 5. We are playing in our Disciples game against several other YouTubers. I'm playing as Eriu and my teammate is playing as Vanheim. It is turn 10 and we are getting beat up by the Blessed Giants from Ashdod who have a meme bless with quickness and it's bad times. Okay, so Ulm was expanding to this province. He apparently has a bunch of indie archers and indie heavy infantry. Interesting. Ulm has great troops. I don't know why you would recruit indies, but okay. Battle in Old Forest. Oh, this was us raiding over here. So this looks like just a bit of PD, maybe less than 10. So zip, zip, zip. Kill, kill, kill. Then we get attacked here. So he's got a small group of sacred giants. He's got one Ahiman and 3 Sheshai. The difference between the two, the Ahiman is not berserked. Otherwise, let's see, 19. Yeah, this one does not berserk, but it has higher protection. And I think, let's see, 13, 16 versus... Oh, now they're blessed, so it's hard to compare. Anyways, they're similar, but one is berserk, one isn't. So I didn't have a lot of PD here, so he takes that. Then there was a battle here. I had moved into Ulm with a tiny group, and this was the remainder of his expansion force. Now, the scout report said 10, and, this is more than 10, unfortunately. And it turns out that, he's using a lot of these guys with the, not these guys, you start with these guys, they're not that great. But he recruited a bunch of these guys. The flails have 2 attacks per turn, which is good against glamour and stuff like that. And so actually, what you saw there was I had 5 sacreds, and then the sacreds routed. Just because like 3 of them died, and so I got an HP route because I have such a small amount of units there. So that's too bad. But I guess it's good because this was probably more. I bit off more than I could chew. Now, if I had done flying attack rear on this, that might have worked. But that's a problem if you're a nation that has like kind of small sacreds that are not amazing, like kind of infantry sacreds, kind of like I'm using here. Having a commander with 5 sacreds is really risky. It's very easy for them to rout. Obviously, it's not a problem if they're berserker, and it's not a problem if you've got giants who are just not going to die. But if you're using small numbers, that's something to be careful of. So this is my mistake. So anyways, this guy routs. However, he fails to retreat. Like, the She-Lord, the 270 gold guy, doesn't retreat to the correct province and just dies. So that's really awful. That's really awful luck. I guess we killed some infantry, but this is terrible. So we lose a whole army there. Anyways, then Ashdod is taking out more of... he's taking out more of Vanheim's territory, and Vanheim sneaks out from the castle with the vans that he has left and takes out a province here that had only PD in it. We knew that it had only PD because I had spent the 1 turn kind of scouting with my troops. So, and we get random water gems. So, Vanheim just sneakily took this province, and I took this province last turn. And then I had attacked into here, but unfortunately kind of bumped badly, and that's what happened. So I am reinforcing to the west here, but sneaking. I am taking this guy. Originally, I wanted him to go up and build infrastructure here, but now we're in like panic mode, so we're going to try to save to deal with the giants. So I'm moving out here to be able to act... maybe attack this province or something like that. And then I'm doing 2 things. I'm splitting up here. we're going to take this province from Ulm. This will probably just be some province defense. There shouldn't be much here. And then here, I'm just, once again, hope, like, we're playing, this is random chance, but there probably won't be any troops here, right? So he is basically he's taking the rest of Van's lands. He split this army in two, right? He still has half the sacreds here, and he has the other half here. Now, this army, if you look at it, this is over here. This does not have any priests, so these guys are not sacred. However, I can't get close enough to attack it, right? So he's going to maintain the siege, and he's probably going to move here or something, and so we're going to try to take these provinces back. So that is what's happening this turn. Let's load up turn 11. Okay, so battle here. So this is the province south of Vanheim. And sure enough, it's only PD. Flight attack rear, kills the archers, and the commander's a giant, unfortunately, so he takes a while to kill. But, you know, we still... obviously, we still win. Then, this was me taking on this little province. However, he has put a bunch of PD in it. Let's see what happens. This was apparently was a heavy cav province. My guy is... I think my guy is scripted wrong. He's on cast spells instead of on attack. So he's spending the whole time doing completely garbage and useless buffs. So he's got, like, what? Charge body, air shield, resist poison. I don't know what he's got. He's got a million buffs that are all useless. Meanwhile, the poor Dawins have done all the work for him. So good job, you guys. Then Vanheim tries to take advantage. Okay, before I do this, so remember last turn, Vanheim had split his army, right? And he had, part of his army had gone off raiding to the side, and he had left half of his army. So last time there was only this guy and maybe 4 or 5 sacreds. And we expected that he was going to keep raiding around the capital. Instead, he refortified this army. So this was our plan, was we were going to take advantage. He was going to throw everything he had at Vanheim's 5 giants. And with all this chaff, I'm pretty sure this would be totally adequate to handle just 5 giants. However, we are facing 10 giants. And it makes a big difference. So these, so interestingly, so he got a few Valkyries, and the Valkyries were on hold and attack rear, and so this was a bit of a scripting mistake on our part, but also, so he has his guys on attack, hold and attack closest, which is smart, but what ends up happening is that like all the chaff here doesn't get to participate, right? So his guys, instead of being over here fighting chaff while the cavalry attack rear, they all turn around to fight the Valkyries. And that means that his 10 giants are fighting like 5 vans, which is, you know, dumb. Now, on the bright side, the Valkyries did cause the priest to rout, and... this is the commander. He does get hit with decaying from the decay weapons. And so, as the giants clean up, and this is him, he's still alive, the purple guy in the middle of your screen. But as the battle ends, he decays and dies. So, Vanheim loses a lot. He loses most of the Vans, all his chaff. He loses 2 of the Van Herses, but we kill both the commanders. So now the Anakites are leaderless. So this is important. This is going to inform our strategy for the next turn. Meanwhile, over here, Ulm is taking over this province. I don't think I put anything here. Yeah, it's just PD. There's nothing. And this province... Oh, yeah, and he retakes the province that Van took. Okay. So then, what is the plan? The plan is... Okay, we want to attack... So here's what we want to do. We want to... If we attack here, he automatically routes because there are no because there's no commander there. However, he could easily retreat to these provinces, right? So I am going to take this province this turn with this. Now, the other thing is he's got reinforcements coming from the south here, right? So he can create a retreat province for himself by attacking and winning here. So what I'm trying to do is I've dumped a bunch of PD into here. Now, it's not great PD, but it's okay PD. And this is all I've got, but, you know, it's all I've got. So my guys are doing, you know, Barkskin, Flight, Attack, Rear with a bunch of Indie as chaff, right? And what our hope is that I can beat off 5 giants here. Then we can take this province, and then we can cause the giants to rout and therefore kill all the giants by them having no provinces to retreat into. So that is our plan. And let's see how it goes. Let's load up turn 12. Okay, so a lot of stuff is happening. So, where was this? Oh, so Satis decides to take this province, I guess. Okay. I forgot about that. All right. Then here, where is this? Oh, this is just him encroaching into my territory with a few giants. So nothing to watch. I just had PD. Then this is me taking this province that he had taken previously, but there's just a little bit of PD. So nothing to worry about there. Then Ulm is taking more of my provinces. However, I didn't show this, I guess, but maybe I anticipated this. So this province has Horse Tribe, which is pretty good PD. So I pumped PD here a little bit, and I've got my Sacreds here ready to defend. So I believe we do win this fight. This guy's still casting spells. I wonder why. Anyways, so yeah, so we set up a mini PD trap for him. That works. Okay, here's the big battle where we are trying to defend against 4 giants. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've got 20 PD. Now, to be fair, we've only got 3 commanders and like 3 sacreds here, but we've got a lot of chaff. And 2 of our guys are heroes. This guy has increased defense. He's got 25 defense. This guy has high protection, and they're pretty experienced. Although that guy does have battle fright, apparently. All right, too bad. These guys have a bit of experience too. Let's see how it goes. Blessing, blessing, blessing. So these guys aren't guard commander, so he's learned his lesson. Don't leave the guy alone in the back. So this is a smart move. So he's got like it looks like he's got one guy who's just attacking ahead. Although I don't know if that's because of the berserk. I don't know if that ignores but this one guy goes ahead and engages all of the chaff, and of course the chaff are useless. They can't kill him. And so when my guys come and attack rear, it's just my 2 commanders, you know, versus his sacreds. Or maybe that's a different fight. Yeah, well, basically, right? So, you know, the chaff has not really fully engaged these guys as my guys land in here. Also, just because of the luck of how the positioning, ended up happening, my guys don't target the commander. They target this giant. And by the way, my guys still have not hit anything. The Indies can't even kill the priest, for crying out loud. 9 defense, 4 protection. Alright, this guy got decayed. Yay. This other commander dies. 2 hits, kills my guy, right? So, remember, his meme-bless giants have 21 attack. My guy was a hero. He had 25 defense, glamour. Nope. Useless. Completely useless. Oh, this guy, this one giant has been killing, like... Oh, he's decayed, so maybe he'll die eventually. He's been killing all the Indies. All on his own. Yeah, and that's it. And we lose. Because meme-blessed giants. I think these guys die. Maybe one of them dies. Yeah, only one of them dies. So, we lose 3 She-Lords. 260 gold each. We kill 1 Sacred. And we lose all the PD. To be fair, it wasn't... I didn't have enough offensive firepower here. But, yeah. I mean, at this point in the game, this was as much as I could have put. And as I could have put into this fight. A fight so far away from my capital. And, 1 priest and 4 sacreds kills all of this. And then Vanheim. So, well, Vanheim goes ahead and just attacks with like a commander, which automatically routs these guys. However, now we'll talk about those other events. But now he has retreat paths, right? So, oh, and he took this. I guess he took this with. I didn't have a scout here, or he took. I forget. This is turn 12. Yeah. I don't know. Somehow he took this province. I forget the details of that. But because I lost this battle, a lot of his sacreds are able to retreat into here. And so we do not, in fact, kill the 9 sacreds. So another loss. I mean, on the bright side, I did hold off against... Ulm here. And hopefully I can start turning the tide here against Ulm. But things are not looking good on the Vanheim side of things. It looks like I don't have the orders issued for this turn, so we'll have to see them in the next episode. I'm not sure where I got. Oh, we did get a random hero. He's interesting. Ferdiad, the Furlbalg hero. So he has enchanted armor and invulnerability 15. So his protection, he has a natural protection. Oh, wow. He has a natural protection of 10. The invulnerable is 15. So versus like mundane attacks, he has 23 prot. So versus indies, he has 23 prot, basically. Then he has Reinvig 2, and he has Berserker 7. And by default, he actually has super high defense. But he has Berserker 7, so it's going to lower his defense a lot, but it's going to give him even higher protection. So that's a very interesting chassis. I didn't know about him, so I do try to do something interesting with him, but that'll be in the next turn, so I'm not going to spoil it yet. I think that's going to be it for this episode. So at this point, well, this is a good time to take stock. This is the end of year 1, okay? Normally, if you expanded well at the end of year 1, you would have 12 provinces, at least, if not 15 or more. I easily could have had that, except I've spent at least half of my time fighting around here, right? And so this is a disastrous start for us. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we have 7 provinces. Because we're trading back and forth with Ulm and with Ashdod, so economically we're in terrible shape. I consciously made a choice to not focus on recruiting researchers and instead just be recruiting these She-Lords because I wanted to get a strong early game. But my strong early game was completely crushed by Ashdod's super strong early game. And so that's like, you know, you put all your eggs in one basket and then you drop the basket, right? So I decided to put most of my eggs in the basket of She-Lords early on to go expand and harass, but it turns out they all died to meme-blessed giants. So this has been a bad start to this game for sure. If I look back, you know, I certainly have, looking back at the first year, the expansion was fine. I would have to play to test more with Eriu. Like if I was doing this kind of Rainbow Bless, I used the Sacreds a lot. I'm wondering if expanding with cheaper Frobogs would have been efficient. Now the Sacreds are glamour, and so they do allow me to do the sneaky stuff that I've been doing, which is very important. But it's worth considering, right? Now, in terms of our build, look, we went for a Rainbow build that is a terrible match against meme-blessed giants. So, you know, obviously we were hoping for a mid-game or late game power surge, right? And we just got, you know, our legs got chopped off in the early game. So, I mean, no regrets there, really. We just kind of got unlucky with our start position next to the Giants, and it's just like a build order loss. I don't think that there is a build that you can do as a elf nation that, like a sacred, I don't think there's a bless you can do that beats meme-blessed giants. I don't think there are any builds that beat meme-blessed giants. Like a sacred on sacred, right? I don't know that any sacreds can take them out. Now, in terms of the scripting and the decisions that we've made, you know, in hindsight, and also, again, this is I'm a bit more ahead of in the game now as I'm recording this, but in hindsight, maybe it would have been smarter to concede, you know, like we didn't do anything to Vanheim. We barely touched him. And so all the things that we lost, you know, I could still have if I was, you know, and could have used that to expand and become stronger myself. Now, you know, I didn't know that at the time. The times that I did attack here, like here, I genuinely thought I had a chance. But I think I underestimated the power of the meme-blessed giants, really. I think I just did not realize really how unbelievably strong they were. And so I think I gave myself more of a chance than I really had. In particular, like you know, you go in with the assumption that the ponies are basically untouchable because of their high defense, but his blessed giants have like 20 plus attack. So you know, when a unit has 20 plus attack, you can't evade it with defense or with glamour. It'll just die anyways. So that's a lesson learned the hard way. Diplomatically, you know, these guys, Nazca and Miklin, are just not interested at all in engaging with Ashdod, which means that, you know, Ashdod has had nothing. Like even like this, like none of these. Actually, I don't know who owns this province here, but like, I don't know. I hate like seeing this happen in a game where like a player just is free to do, you know, whatever they want and nobody capitalizes on their weakness. So that's it. Anyways, kind of a depressing note. Didn't mean to end on such a depressing note, but it is a bit of a depressing situation. We will continue to do our best in the next episode, where we see how long we can survive against Ashdod, who is going to try to now finally siege and take Vanheim. So see you guys then. Take care.